So, I tried just to make another satisfying shredder video. And guess what?
I broke my shredder. The force on the chain is so strong that the wooden plate holding the blade housing bends, causing the gears to slip. My idea, replace it with a thick steel plate. Should be a 10-minute fix, or so I thought. My name is Mr. Cool Job, and this is how I reinforce my shredder, out of boredom. First, let's take everything apart, starting with the chain. Now, we remove the entire blade housing. You know this thing is heavy, so we're using my favorite lift. Next, let's temporarily disconnect the electrical wiring. Time to loosen the bolts that keep this wooden plate on. This wooden plate, yeah, that needs to go. Time for a solid steel replacement. The order is in, let's get to work. The new plate is 20 millimeters thick. Just gotta trace the measurements from the old wooden board. And let's go. Should be a quick cut, right? I think I burned through at least 8 cutting discs just to cut out this one square. This thing was brutal to cut, and I fried my grinder. I'm throwing in my gloves, literally. And while I'm doing that, why not throw in a subscribe to, or hit that like button? Okay, next day, new chances. I'm cutting through the last bits with my electric saw. Alright, everything fits. Now, let's mark the holes for the bolts. Should be quick, right? Man, this was a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work. Okay, let's put the blade housing back and connect the chain, and we're done. Come on, seriously, the plate is thicker, meaning the blade housing is now sitting higher, which makes the chain short. That means I need to lift the entire gearbox assembly to bring the gears closer together. My idea: flip the legs the gearbox is mounted on by 180 degrees. Maybe that's just the exact offset I need. Let's check if the chain fits. Everything fits. Now, let's reinforce it by welding the weak spots. And as you can see, I'm not a professional welder, but guess what? It works.
Several days later.
Yep, as you can see, it's a few days later. Out of pure frustration, I have to tell you, my entire idea didn't work. All that reinforcement, completely useless. After testing, the shredder pulled the whole structure apart. The point is, if something's too heavy for the shredder, it should just jam, not rip the whole thing to pieces. I took off a big section of the chain, because I repositioned the gearbox and put it completely underneath the thick steel plate. This time, no way the shredder's gonna bend this thing. And for extra reinforcement, I'm adding the steel legs below the gearbox that rest directly on the frame. Okay, I'm done. This project pushed me to the edge, tools overheated, plans failed, and I almost gave up. But in the end, the frame is solid, the gearbox is reinforced, and I actually learned a lot. Let's call that a win, for now, because next time, we're firing this beast up and putting it to the test. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one.